Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the podcast. My name is Kevin Powell. Sometimes my life just kind of comes full circle. I started my music journey, well, like the rock and metal and hardcore and punk journey way back in my teens. And sometimes life just kind of comes full circle and it just brings a smile to my face because I have a very special guest. We got the guitarist of the legendary Snot, Mikey. How are we doing today, buddy?
How are you?
Fantastic. We have so much to discuss. First of all, you and I have talked on the phone a little bit, and Snot, I think, was the first band I ever saw, like other than like a local band at a fire hall, back when I was 13. You guys were playing in 2007, 2008, playing with 10 Years and Mudvayne. Remember that?
Absolutely. Love both those bands. That was a great tour.
And actually, last year, I was able to take live photos for Mudvayne. So everything is just kind of making my life like very, very happy. Now, Mikey, I saw something on Facebook that Snot was back all of a sudden. What's going on with that?
First of all, yeah, Snot's back, and I couldn't be happier. How it came around was a couple of years ago, I was noticing that a lot of the bands from our era were coming back, like the Cold Chambers, Mudvaynes, POD, and just killing it. I mean, even Limp Bizkit, look at how much they've blown back up in the last few years. And I was thinking, God, I'd love to be a part of that. And I think Snot should have been a part of that. And I called the guys and asked them if I found a singer, if they'd be into maybe jumping in and playing some shows. So we found a great singer, very excited to be working with him. And I can't tell you his name yet, so don't ask.
That's okay, but, no problem.
People will find out soon enough. And so then I contacted a booking agency. TKO is the Kirby organization, TKO.
Yeah, TKO
Alex
is
Gilbert
great.
over there. Yeah. So I contacted him just to ask him, hey, man, what do you think? Do you think Snot's worth a try? And he said he would reach out to some promoters and feel it out. Well, he got back to me a year later. And actually, we hadn't found our singer at that time. We found him just about 4 months ago. But anyway, so Alex got back to me, and he said he had put some feelers out there, and he's getting a great response. And it seems that a lot of people wanted Snot. So we asked him to go ahead and start booking some shows for us. The first festival we got was Rockville. And I don't know if you know Rockville and Daytona. It's maybe the biggest festival in America.
Huge.
One of them.
Huge.
Definitely, that's huge. Yeah, and we got main stage, man. It's amazing. We're playing with our good friends Korn. Seven Dust are brothers to us. There's so many bands on that that we know from the past. It's going to be amazing. But since then, it seems other festivals are coming in. I can't really announce them yet, but things are going good. We got some stuff in Europe coming up, a tour through the UK we're working on right now. Got some interest from Japan with a big band over there. I don't think I'm allowed to say who they are, but it looks like we're going to be going over there as well. So, yeah, man, Snot's kind of on fire right now, and I'm pretty freaking stoked.
Now, for those who don't know, now Snot has been around in and out for a while. Now, me being a fanboy, I've been following, you guys for a long time, and I'm aware of different lineups and this and that and some ideas thrown around. Why don't you give us a brief recap of, hey, Snot started here. We kind of had some stuff happen, 2008, the thing that I saw, and then moving forward into today.
Well, I mean, Snot, we started in 94. I started the band with Lynn. And then my good friend Shannon Larkin, who's the drummer for Godsmack, he introduced me to the other three members, Jamie, Sonny, and John Toomer, and helped me put the band together. So I'm really grateful to Shannon. And then we started rocking, man. 95, 96, just crushing it down in LA, Hollywood, selling out shows instantly. As soon as we got down there, it was like 3 months of work, and then all of a sudden we're just killing it.
Mm-hmm.
And of course in Santa Barbara. And then we went and did the Ozfest, and we did great tours of Machine Head and just cool stuff. And then, unfucking fortunately, our singer Lynn Strait, the great mighty Lynn Strait, who I miss and love so much, he passed away in a car accident, and it put a halt to Snot. We just couldn't go on without him at that point, and so we stopped for many years. And then we kind of got back together with some friends, not real serious, just some shows. I don't really want to say their names right now, but they're cool people and they helped us out. But this one, it's serious. Like, we're back. We got the label, we got the booking agency. We got high level shows and festivals. This is like the real deal for us. We're back right now, and yeah, that's where we are right now, and we're hungry to do it again. I'm very excited about it.
And with all these show announcements, I'm sure it's very like, oh my God, I can't believe this. With all these show announcements overseas and stuff over here. Now, you mentioned Welcome to Rockville. That's in 2025. A bunch of stuff coming up in 2025 for you guys. Welcome to Rockville is part of the Danny Wimmer Presents festivals. Have you been to any of those yourself?
I've only been up to Aftershock.
Yep.
The festivals are amazing, though, and of course I see them all online. And every time I've seen them, all I could think is, God damn, I want to be a part of that.
Mm-hmm.
It was years watching it and seeing all my friends' bands killing it out there, and right now it just feels so great to be a part of it.
Absolutely. So I bring that up because you've had your fair share of festival shows, promoters, this, that, the good, the bad, and everything in between. When it comes to Danny Wimmer Presents, I don't work for Danny Wimmer. I would love to, but I don't work for him. I don't work for that team, but I do some media coverage for some of the things. Mm-hmm. I'm over on the East Coast. So stuff over here, we have like Sonic Temple, Incarceration, and I just finished doing Louder Than Life. Now, Louder Than Life was right before Aftershock, and every band I've talked to, every person I've talked to that's involved, they're like, this is like the best thing ever. And every time I mention this, I'm not a kiss ass. That's not what I'm doing, but we both are in this industry, and we both understand the importance and the dedication and the everything that goes into this stuff. And when it's done very well, man, does it make your life easier, their life easier, and so many behind the scenes people easier. So when it comes to Welcome to Rockville, I am trying to get down there myself. So hopefully you and I can meet in person and do a in-person interview. But absolutely. I will say, just me being there, working different festivals for Danny Wimmer, you are in for a treat. It's going to be fantastic.
I know, man. I'm super stoked. Go ahead,
I'm happy for you. No, you're good. I'm happy for you. I'm stoked as a fan. I know other fans that have been bigger fans than I am are stoked. But you yourself haven't been doing nothing all these years other than Snot. You've been doing a couple other projects, right? I've
been in a band based out of Belgium called Channel Zero for 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
I've recorded and co-written, I should say, but written 3 albums with them. They're gold. All 3 went gold out in Europe. And we've played some massive shows, man. We play every year. We do about 3 months of gigs out in Europe. We played with Metallica, Guns N' Roses, Rammstein. The list goes on. I can name 100 more bands, but I've had a really, really good run with Channel Zero. We recently made a decision as a band to put an expiration date on that band, and that is the end of 2026. And it's nothing other than the vocalist. He just wants to call it a day, and he wants to go out on top. That's what he said. So I'm supporting it all the way. I mean, we're actually probably bigger than ever right now, which is, kind of sad for me. I just love the band so much, but he wants to put an end to it. So we got 2 years of it. We're going to go out and have a blast. We got festivals coming up. We have multiple shows on sale at the Unseen Belgique in Brussels. 3 of them are 3 nights. and they're 2,000 seaters. 2 nights sold out in one day, and the third night's just about sold out right now, and that's 2 years in advance. So yeah, Channel Zero is cool. The fans are amazing, and I've had a freaking blast being in that band.
Right now, I'm talking to the guitarist from the band Snot, Mikey Doling, and we're going over the history of the band. We're going over, what's coming up for the band. You guys have not announced the vocalist yet, but you and I have talked on the phone. How do you plan to announce this new vocalist?
Let him come on stage. That's it. And figure out who he is on your own. If he says his name, great. But the last thing I want to do is go on the internet and put his name out there, and then people go to his social media and whatnot and start scrutinizing him before he even gets on stage. Because that's what will happen. I mean, you're living in the shadow of the great Lynn Strait. So it's going to be a rough road for him. He's got to prove himself on stage first. And we're giving him that comfort. Because, like I said, if I said his name right now, we'd have a lot of people just going right to his social media and just,
that's how it goes.
Figure it out. Yeah. So that's why.
It's a very cool.
But he's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Let me just say, when he sent me his audition reels, tapes, recordings, I was blown away. Like I've never been blown away since Len. And I sent it to Toomer. First thing, my right arm, my bass player, Snot. He usually doesn't like anything. He's very cynical. Greatest guy ever, my brother, but a cynical person at times. And he called me right away and just said, "Holy shit balls." That's a quote. "Where'd you find this guy?" "We found our dude. We found him." And that's how it went down. Then, of course, I sent it to Jamie and Sonny, and they both agreed he's the guy. And here he is. We got him.
That's awesome. I'm guessing you guys have been practicing all together, right?
Yeah, we're ready to go.
Ready to go, eager, and you're excited. Now, on my way from where I was to here today, I was like, you know what? I'm going to throw on Snot's live album. Remember that one back in 2002 when that finally came out?
Yeah. Where was that show? It was in LA. I know that. And it was, we were all pretty little boozed up on that one. It was the real shit. Rock and roll, man.
So I bring that up because as I'm listening to it, I'm like, this is the experience. I mean, it's a totally different ball game today. Intro song, Snot. You're hammering away at the whammy pedal, and then the drummer kicks in, and now you're really hammering away at the whammy pedal because there's no in-ears at this time. Are you...
Oh, yeah. We did speed up a little bit. We just let that go.
It's just the energy, right? And everyone's having a great time.
Exactly. Hyped up, man.
It's going to be the same thing, whether or not you're using in-ears or not. People are willing to hear what you guys are bringing to the stage. Now,
we're going full punk rock, no in-ears. For Channel Zero and those bands, I use a Kemper digital processing and all that stuff. For this band, I built a whole new rig. It's all analog, old school pedal board, just like the one I had back in the Snot days. And we're going to use monitors on the floor and side fills and pedals and guitar amps with tubes in them and beat the shit out of them. So yeah, we're going to keep it real as hell.
Now, either the sound guy is going to love you or go, because now everyone's getting accustomed to the new stuff. So it's kind of funny.
We got a sound guy.
Oh,
and the guy doing these shows for us, his name's Boris Barama. He's out within this moment right now, and he's Zach Wilde's guy, and he's super badass. So we called him and asked him if he would do our sound for these 3 shows, and he's going to do it for us. And so I know we're going to sound good.
Perfect. I can't remember where exactly I heard that you guys at Ozfest back in the day were just the band, the fun band to be around. It might have been something with Serge from System at some point. I can't remember. But could you share one of your favorite moments or stories from back in the day with us, please?
Well, from Ozfest, I mean, first of all, we were touring with System of a Down before they exploded. And I knew they were going to explode. And we were out with Limp Bizkit and just a bunch of other bands were just amazing. Seven Dust, and Ozzy and Sharon treated Snot like their children. I mean, they loved us. Sharon would come out every day to the side stage with Rob Trio, and Mike Borden would come out. They were playing with Ozzy at the time, and they would watch every single show. We got in quite a bit of trouble. If you remember the famous, infamous story of Lynn coming out of Limp Bizkit's giant stage prop toilet that was on the stage. It was 13 feet high. Lynn came up with a woman in bondage gear on a leash, and he was totally naked with a snot sticker, a big one on his stomach, naked, and she blew him in front of 22,000 people. And the cops immediately jumped on the stage and tried to get Lynn. He shucked, jived, juked, and got around him and ran into Ozzy's dressing room, hid, and then came out. And of course, he ended up getting arrested, and they brought him back. This is the second part of the story people don't know, which is amazing. They took him into the makeshift jail in the Ozfest. They had a little place where they took people in, they processed them, and ticketed them or whatever. So they took Lynn in there. And the people that were processing him didn't know what he had done, his name, nothing. He sat down with them, and the first thing they said is, "What's your name?" And he said his name was Dave Mustaine. And so yeah, he said he was Dave Mustaine. So the police report got processed as Dave Mustaine, lewd act, blah, 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 which is amazing. And shortly after that, he got another charge for saying he was Dave Mustaine. And he was about to go to court before he passed away, and it looked like he was actually going to do a little bit of time in Massachusetts for that. Who knows, maybe 90 days or whatever. But yeah, that story's epic, infamous, and fuck, man, I was standing right there. It scared the dog shit out of me when he got arrested. I thought we were getting kicked off the tour and the whole thing, man. Wow.
Well, Mikey, I appreciate you sharing the rest of that story. I did not know about that. Now, I'm guessing at some point in 2025, you guys are going to be opening up for Megadeth just to make amends. No, I'm kidding.
I would love to. I love Megadeth.
Yeah, they're great.
I love Megadeth with Marty Friedman in it. I love the new stuff too, but put Marty back in the band. It's just
please. I mean, I don't oppose that at all. As I wrap up my interviews, I always like to ask that you guys, like, whether or not you're just starting out, you've been around a while, what advice would you have for bands that are either newer or up and coming?
I mean, work hard. Keep hammering it. I know the social media thing's very important, so I'll obviously do that. And the up and coming bands know better how to do it than I do. I'm an old fart, so. But the main advice I give, you got to be an artist for the love and the passion to be an artist first. And I think that the fans understand when a band's being real. You know what I mean? Don't fake it, man. Get out there, be passionate. And, just put all your heart into it. I know that was cheesy as hell, but that's how I live, man.
That's a perfect answer. I get all kinds of different answers. So I appreciate your answer. Any final words for fans of Snot, of you, of anything?
First of all, I mean, Snot only put one album out 27 years ago. And that one record has stood the test of time thanks to the fans. I really appreciate all the support, and especially the support we have now coming back with a new vocalist. It's been 99.9% all positive, and I just want to say thank you very much, and get your ass out to a show and see Snot.
Mikey, I do appreciate a little bit of your time. I'm going to talk to you here in a second off air, okay?
Thank you.
No problem. And that's Mikey from the band Snot. I am stoked AF that these guys are back. I've been following their socials and the MySpace days and all that stuff way back in the day. Just itching for new stuff. And, maybe we'll get it. We'll see what happens. But yeah, make sure you get to Welcome to Rockville 2025. And they got plenty of other shows that they're announcing or they haven't announced yet. Thank you for checking out this episode of the podcast. Appreciate it as always. We'll see you next time.